in one of the last Shepherd Boy videos, I looked at a Stephanie Sue video, or part of it at least, and a lot of people were very unhappy with my opinions on Stephanie Sue. So much so to the point where, I don't know, people were saying that the mask was slipping and that my misogyny was finally starting to reveal itself. And, you know, I can't lie, it got to me a little bit, so I want to talk about it a bit, if that's okay with you guys. I'm trying to skip to the part where I actually say, like, give my opinion on her.
Haunted a top comment.
I hate her by any... Okay, here we go. This is it.
That's the guy's name now.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking as well, by the way. A lot of people are saying that they love Stephanie Sue of Rotten Mangoes. I don't hate her by any means, but, like, the mukbangs over the true crime was so fucking distasteful. Like, I know she doesn't do that anymore, but the fact that she did them for so long, it's hard for me to truly invest myself into someone like her. Especially because a lot of the... I know it's been 5 years, I know, but, like, I think it's different for me. Because without getting too personal, I know someone, I was very good friends with someone who was, like, was a victim of true crime's biggest story. I'm not going to get specific at all. Because I don't want you guys to figure out what it was, or who the person is. But watching the coverage of that story on YouTube, because it was, like, one of the biggest of all time, watching the coverage of that story, because it was fucking everywhere, it really gave me a different perspective on like true crime in general, the way that it's presented on YouTube. I think Stephanie Sue a lot of the time does a good job. But even in the more recent videos, like I think the P. Diddy coverage, for example, there's some things about it that rub me the wrong way. Maybe I'll talk about it in like a later stream, but like, just know I don't hate her by any means, but like, I'm not a super fan like a lot of people are. I love your vids, I read most of the comments, and the main criticisms are not really about the Stephanie vid, but the way you came off when doing the bit about the history of comfort women. Okay, so I'll talk about that as well when we get to it, the comfort woman thing. I'll full screen. Okay, so in this video, there was a section about comfort women, and I didn't want to watch the whole 90-minute Stephanie Sue video, because, first of all, that's copyright infringement, and second of all, it wasn't all too relevant to Johnny Somali, which is what the video actually was about. I just wanted, like, a little tiny description of something that I didn't know about Johnny. My audio's quiet, I know. I'll up that for you guys. Okay, so, and during that segment, I made some jokes about Stephanie Sue's content. I made some, I think I said that it wasn't, I said she was like padding a little bit as well. People got mad that I was focusing some of my annoyances and anger towards Stephanie as opposed to Johnny Somali. Just to be clear, obviously, I like no content based on personal tragedy, and the comfort woman stuff is really stupid. Okay, I'm glad some of you agree, but I want to have a look at these comments because a lot of them I'm sure are watching this video, and I don't know, it really got to me. So firstly, I actually want to show you some of the stuff that annoys me about Stephanie Sue. I want to show you some of this past stuff, and the biggest annoyance for me is that here's the thing, right? Because I got criticized about mentioning the comfort women because Johnny Somali was blatantly disrespecting the statues of the comfort women, who, for those who don't know, the statues of the comfort women were put there in Korea because at 14 to 16 years old, they were children who were sex enslaved by the Japanese Imperial Army. So these are victims of sex slavery who were raped by the Japanese army. Johnny Somali oiled himself up, he was twerking, he was blatantly disrespecting the statues, and people were very angry that I didn't seem to sort of, I guess, highlight the importance of that. People thought I sort of downplayed it a bit. I thought about this recently. What Johnny Somali did in blatantly disrespecting victims of rape is exactly what Stephanie Sue used to do with those mukbangs. And Stephanie Sue has never apologized for that. Ever. I understand her content is very different now, and she's deleted a lot of those old videos. But when you delete those videos, and you don't apologize to the families that you've blatantly disrespected, and the victims, then that leads me to believe that the videos were taken down not because she's genuinely apologetic, but because she's trying to hide them. Now let me show you what these videos look like. I've got a document here. And for the record, I also want to make this clear. I stand by what I said in the video, which is that I don't hate Rotten Mangoes. I don't hate Stephanie Sue. I'm just not a huge fan of hers. Not gonna lie, your recent takes on some things have been wild. Stephanie does so much for charities, victims, close families. She goes out and she does the work. I'm not denying that. I'm sure she does, and that's great. But what I'm saying is also true, and I'm allowed to be annoyed at it. As someone who knows someone, fuck, man, he was such a good friend of mine. I really love him. I really, really love him. He was in one of the biggest true crime stories that the internet has ever seen. And the tears that I've shed for him, the chats I've had with his friends, with his family, the friend groups that have sort of dissipated because of it, like the amount it's affected my life, seeing the way it gets covered online, it's just not something I can look past if she's not willing to apologize. Because there was so much blatant disrespect. And if we're allowed to criticize Johnny Somali for blatantly disrespecting the rape victims that he was, which we are, by the way, because it is disgusting, and we should be criticizing it, then we can't give Stephanie Sue a free pass just because it was a while ago, because she has never apologized for it. At least in my opinion. Like, even if you disagree with me, I hope you understand that my, opinion on Stephanie Sue doesn't come from a place of misogyny. It comes from a place of genuine hurt. But I've got some things here, because I know a lot of you actually aren't aware. Bro, this is so real. People mention the sponsors and stuff, doing true crime vids, and they just ignore them. Yeah, true. She still does do sponsors in her true crime videos, which is nowhere near as bad as it used to be, but it's still pretty bad. Can we discuss other true crime creators who do things such as Get Ready With Me style makeup videos? Oh yeah, there's also true crime creators that go on tour with real true crime stories as well. That's just as bad. I want to show you some of the thumbnails, because again, she has deleted these. I don't think it's because she's actually sorry though, I think it's just because she's trying to hide them. But look. Here we go, here's a great example. She was stabbed 20 times in a completely locked room. Fried chicken is the rest of the title there. 10 hours, 87k views. And then you've got the victims in the background, you've got a no exit sign, and then a bunch of fucking fried chicken with mac and cheese inside of them. This one's a lot worse. This is a story about a dad who marries his biological daughter, rapes her, and then kills her. And then there's more focus on the Raising Cane's in the thumbnail than the actual story itself. I understand this was a while ago. I understand this was a while ago, to make that clear. I don't think Stephanie Sue is a fucking horrible person now. I understand she does a lot of good work. But we have never heard an apology for this. She has never apologized. She just took them down, swept them under the rug, and moved on. There's more, by the way. You got all these ones here. He stuck a hammer into her brain to fix her, and this is what happened. Mexican food mukbang. You can see in all these thumbnails, the emphasis is on the food. 1 year ago isn't that long ago. No, this is an old Tumblr post, though. This is from 2024, so it wasn't actually 1 year ago. Either way, though, we've never got an apology for them at any point. You also got this Reddit post from a perspective from one of the victim's daughters. Hello, first and foremost. Sorry if my English is bad. It's not my first language. I wanted to explain first why I'm on a throwaway account and why I want to talk about this. I got a post on this sub recommended to me on my main Reddit account earlier today about Stephanie's old videos. And reading the replies and seeing how the post and everyone agreeing that her old content was disrespectful, getting downvoted frustrated me a lot. Now, I understand exactly what this girl is saying, because as someone who criticized Stephanie Sue just recently and received more hate than, most times ever in my career, I completely believe this girl when she expresses her frustration with Stephanie Sue as someone who knew a victim, similar to my situation, getting completely lambasted by people who don't actually see the victims of these true crime cases as people, but just fodder for YouTube content. Which I feel as though Stephanie, maybe not as much now, but that's definitely how Stephanie used to see these people. Not as real people, but just as fodder for YouTube views. And I won't let anyone disagree with me there. That's absolutely what she saw them as. Because you don't treat people you respect with fucking mukbangs. I wanted to explain my opinion on this as a murder victim's daughter whose mum's murder was in a mukbang. Am I a fan of Stephanie? No, not at all. I get recommended this sub a lot due to my main Reddit being in both food communities and communities about true crime and dealing with loss. So I guess Reddit assumes liking food and being a victim of true crime, Stephanie fan. Why am I on a throwaway? A year ago I tried to very publicly call out true crime YouTubers for ignoring me when me and my family asked them to take down their videos. And I got doxxed and sent brutal pictures of my mother's dead body on all social media I've ever had for months. This is partially, by the way, the reason why I do not want to specify what true crime case I am referring to when I say that I knew someone, because I know it will not end well for me. And every time I've ever got personal on YouTube, it's just been used against me. Like, if I could go back, you know what, whatever. It was extremely traumatic, as you can imagine, and I don't want to go through that again, so soon after, it stopped, so I am on a throwaway, I hope you understand. My mother, who was the most beautiful woman inside and out, who did everything in the world to make me and my siblings happy and healthy, who was most caring and hardest worker I know, got brutally and painfully murdered when I was 8. Around 3 years ago, Stephanie made a video covering the murder in a mukbang video, and it was the most disrespectful depiction of my mother's murder I have ever seen. In the video, they were eating. Stephanie made sex jokes with her partner, and my mother's brutal and traumatizing murder. The most traumatic day of my life, where I was told my mum was gone and she is not coming back, was put down to a casual storytime mukbang video. I didn't know anyone could talk about a murder of a real-life person in a casual way. Now, I'm going to reiterate my point at the end of the stream, like everything that I'm trying to say, because I know people will join in and think that I'm just mindlessly hating on her. I want to make it perfectly clear, I do not hate Rotten Mangoes, I don't hate Stephanie Sue, I'm just not a huge fan of hers. And I really do think that's reasonable. I really, really, really do think that's reasonable. And I don't think I've ever come across a creator with such a diehard fan base than Stephanie Sue. Like, you cannot say anything even remotely negative about her. And the whole 4 year ago thing, this was 4 years ago, it's like, well, we don't really apply that to anyone else. No one shrugs off Logan Paul's Suicide Forest video like it was because it was in 2020. Or was it in 2020? 2019, I think. Something like that. It's like, no, that's still a really shitty thing to do, and if you choose not to forgive him for it, then that's absolutely fine. You can't be judged for that just because it was a while ago. I want to show you some videos of these deleted ones. Obviously, the videos have been deleted, so we have to go over commentary videos about them. I've got an iNabber video, and I've got a Memulus video. These are both good. These were both obviously made at the time. 13 minutes 45. Here we go. Have a look at this. Yeah, big up iNabber, by the way, because it's like a digital tapestry of all these videos that were deleted. So here we go.
Speaker that they got from Argos.
Oh, it's very quiet. Fucking hell.
I mean, if I saw that, I'd probably be a little bit pissed off.
Look at this. This is how the true crime videos were done. These are stories about people who get raped to death.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie, and today we are back with another mukbang. Woo! So I'm excited for today's video because is this not giving downtown LA vibes? Listen, is this not giving 30 floors in the air, just super pollution right?
I don't really think that's true. What Somali did is the same as what Stephanie did. She was just combining two things she enjoyed to do, eating and talking about true crime. Yeah, but that doesn't... Just because she's doing something she enjoys... If the fact that she enjoys doing this is even more grim. Like, come on now. I get it. You want to defend Stephanie, it's fine. If you're a fan of Stephanie, it's truly fine. I'm not going to judge anyone who watches Stephanie Sue, ever. I won't judge you for it. It's fine. The content is good. She's a very, very clever creator. It's perfectly fine to watch her videos. I just can't bring myself to do it. And I hope that I just really don't like that I'm being seen as some sort of misogynist for this opinion. Thank you very much for the £5, man. Which I know there's not been much of here. No, she hasn't apologized. She hasn't. People saying that she apologized. She hasn't. Show me where she has apologized. She hasn't apologized. I've looked everywhere.
Behind me, in front of a white couch that has been through some... Well, I tell you now, the stakes are even higher because this is a new couch and everything here is not the color blue. Today, we've got a bunch of Hot Pockets covered in hot Cheetos, which I love Hot Pockets, I love hot Cheetos, so why not combine them? I air fried them to perfection. Look at how crisp they look.
Now, if I told you right now that this video that I just played to you was actually the introduction to a video of where they speak about how somebody brutally murdered their girlfriend because their girlfriend merely said the name of their ex-boyfriend, would you just think, oh, well, that
Imagine being that girlfriend's family member. Like, imagine being her sister, her mother, her son if she had one, her cousin, or even a close friend of hers. And you watch a video about your sister, you want to see how the world is going to remember her. And then this is her legacy. This is how your sister is going to be remembered. This is how she's been immortalized. Excuse me for not being able to move on without an apology. Like, I'm sorry. It's fine. It's fine if you don't think it's a big deal. It's fine if you're still able to enjoy her content. But I personally am not. And I really don't think... These videos are still up on her drama channel, by the way. Really. I know she deleted some of them. I do want to show you more, though. Because it does get a lot worse.
It's been a while.
This is from a Memulous video. They are mostly still up. Interesting. Thank fucking God that she doesn't do it anymore. People are stupid. No, it's good that she doesn't do it anymore. It's just that I think the motivation to why she hasn't done it anymore. I agree with Jesse, but I do feel saying the comfort woman twerking is the same as the mukbang is a little off to me. Well, why do you think that? At the very least, can you acknowledge that they're similar? Can you see where the comparison comes from? Johnny Somali doing the twerking and blatantly disrespecting the victims of sexual abuse. I don't know. I think it is congruent in a way to what Stephanie Sue was doing by blatantly disrespecting the stories about rape and murder in her old mukbang videos. I do think it's comparable. Maybe not on the same level, but it's definitely comparable. It's definitely comparable.
Down and watched 3 of Stephanie's videos, and we're going to talk about them today. The first video is one I kind of know a little bit about. It's a video about the Breck Bednar case, a 14-year-old that was murdered. I kind of know a little bit about this one because Breck was a similar age to me, and he grew up in an area near to where I grew up. So when this happened, it was a massive deal. Now, just bear in mind, when I show you the first 15 seconds of this video, it is a video about a 14-year-old that got
sorry about the
groomed and killed. Just bear that in mind.
You know what a breast pump is, right?
Yeah.
It squeezes the milk out of your boobs.
I mean, I don't know if I have milk here.
Yep, it's good to know they've set the appropriate tone for the video.
You know what I am excited for? Not only am I excited for Christmas, but I'm also excited
Oh,
that
we
we
can tell.
have a Christmas tree French fry. Can you give them like a little tour of your outfit?
Your outfit too?
Bro, we're gonna wear this
We're
to the
twinning,
movies.
guys.
We're literally gonna wear this to the movies,
yeah,
yes?
we're gonna watch Spider-Man.
Tell you what, I absolutely love this Christmas theme, this jolly Christmas theme. Look at them, they're in their cute little Christmas PJs. They got a Christmas tree in the back, they got a French fry Christmas tree. God, this is so jolly and happy. Very appropriate. And the thing is, they don't actually talk about
completely agree with your sentiments about Stephanie and true crime. Not a fan, but you really didn't need to watch her video on the topic. Something that sticks with me was the dragging out bit. Yeah, that's the thing. All I said. So this is what this is another thing I said in the video. I'll pull it up. Don't worry, I will pull it up. I'm not going to run away from it. One thing I said in her video, in the video that people were angry about was that she was dragging out some of the video for watch time. But I don't know. I stand by that, and I don't think that's unreasonable to say. Because she's not above padding things out for watch time. Someone who was willing to do this, someone who was willing to completely commodify and bastardize and disrespect the victims of these families and not treat them as real people, is not above padding a video out about true crime for watch time. I think that's absolutely what she... And again, I even say it in the video, in the Johnny Somali video, that I'm not even criticizing her for it. Every YouTuber does that. Every YouTuber does that. Yeah, exactly. Padding watch time is the tamest fucking critique ever. Like, I'm trying to stream, I'm trying to make a commentary video on something, I'm trying to talk about every aspect of the video. So I think if I'm getting... And you have to be looking at it in such bad faith if you think that I am trying to, in any way, shape, or form, say that Stephanie Sue is worse than Johnny Somali. All I can find is extremely disingenuous to post a video when this isn't her content anymore. She deleted the videos because she apologized for the behavior. I can't find any videos or any, like, articles of her actually apologizing. Is this one? Perspective from a victim's daughter. Okay, alright, so she commented on that one Reddit post to the victim's daughter. I don't think there's enough words in the world to describe the pain and anger that felt. I almost feels wrong to apologize because there's no apologies, explanations that can take away any of the emotions that I felt. Nothing I can do to take away from that. I'm so sorry from the bottom of my heart. I'm so sorry. I'm truly so sorry. Horrified what I've done. I'd love to make it right. There was nothing. Please let me know if there's anything I can make it up at all. Fix my mistakes. Doesn't matter if I fucked up. You could kindly should consider unlisting any mukbang true crime video. Okay, let's see. Please let me know if there's anything at all that I can do. Try to help make for my mistakes. I would love to move on from the pain. I'm willing to do anything in my power to make this right, even 1%. I can make a formal YouTube apology and address what I've done wrong. I could offer some compensation. No, this is not. Okay, this is good. This is good. Genuinely so sorry, Stephanie. Okay. You should consider unlisting any mukbang true crime videos in which you haven't received explicit permission or blessing to post the video. This post is just one family member. This is exactly right, by the way. This is exactly what I'm thinking about. Respectfully, that looks like an apology to me. No, this is an apology. This is an apology to one of the people that she has blatantly disrespected. Just one family member explaining their distaste. Imagine how other families might feel about your past content. If you managed to miss emails about this one video for the past 3 years, you might have missed other similar emails. In addition, other people have talked about cases in Asia you've covered. There could be serious language barrier that prevents them from contacting you. Haven't heard back from OP yet, but I went ahead and removed all the true crime content from my channel. Okay, I think that's fair enough. I think that's good. I think it is an apology. I do think it is a bit weird that it took a public Reddit post for her to apologize, despite all of the private emails achieving nothing. I don't think an apology to one person is suited. I would have preferred an apology video. However, there is an apology, and I do think that's good. Rare voiceover for a Shepherd Boy video, but I actually don't think this apology remedies much of what she did at all. I'm a big believer in the apology needing to be just as loud as the disrespect, and I don't think that one really niche Reddit comment is enough to undo or attempt to apologize for years worth and millions of dollars worth of exploitation and blatant disrespect for rape and murder victims and their family members. Sure, it's better than nothing, but that really isn't saying much in my opinion. And if you disagree, at the very least, you should absolutely be able to understand where I'm coming from. It doesn't mean that anyone's obligated to forgive her if they have been hurt by her. However, she has apologized to one person, which is something. It's more than I thought. Jesse, look into Ellen O'Neill. No, I know about Ellen O'Neill. I don't like her either. Also, this is a personal thing. She was also very pro Johnny Depp, but we don't need to get into that because my Jacksepticeye video got fucking bombarded with people saying, "Oh, everyone was pro Johnny Depp at the time." I wasn't. Just join and already see the women on your recent vids get more critique and hate than Saikuno and Somali. Guessing I'll be muted or banned, but low-key would prove my point. I wasn't hating on Stephanie Sue more than I was hating on Johnny Somali. This is what I mean. You need to. This is like such bad faith Olympics. Anyone who genuinely believes that I hate Johnny Somali less than Stephanie Sue is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. She can apologize to everyone by doing a public apology. That's absolutely right. But she hasn't done that. She's just sort of taken the videos down and swept them under the rug. Danky, have you ever... He literally didn't bash her. Well, let's go on the thing, because I feel like I've made my opinions pretty clear. So, with all that being said, hopefully now, when I read the comments out from this Stephanie Sue video, you can see why it annoyed me so much. I'll show them now. Let me move chat, actually, so you can actually read these. I'll put myself in the bottom corner. Okay, move that there. Her true crime is really respectful and asks for critique if anything was wrong. I mean, maybe it is now, but, like, it definitely wasn't in the past, and I think I'm entitled to not enjoy her content particularly. But again, I need to make it so clear, I don't even hate her. I don't even think she's, like, a horrible fucking person or a creator. I'm just not a huge fan. Why is the chat bringing his ex into this? Well, that's something you'll see here as well. Are chat talking about it? Hang on. One apology doesn't fix anything, so changing doesn't either, because she changed and took action. That speaks way louder than words. Yeah, but you also do need to apologize for it all. Like, she apologized to one person. I'm not saying that's bad. Obviously, that's good. I think it is good that she apologized. But I just don't think that's enough. I just don't think that apology to one person's enough. She made millions. She made millions. She made millions. Blatantly disrespecting the families of rape victims, murder victims, domestic violence victims. If you think that one Reddit post is enough to make up for all that, then that's an opinion for sure, fine. But at the very least, you can understand where I'm coming from. I'm not saying you need to agree with me, but you can understand where I'm coming from. I think it's important to say the acts against the statue did do real harm. Those surviving comfort women and their children continue to fight for the recognition of what the Japanese Imperial Army subjected them to, but are still not acknowledged. This was received by this community as another foreign attack in their childhood bodily autonomy. Yeah, those poor children, seen a lot of young Koreans, Japan was yeah, okay, so this is absolutely true. I don't think I ever said in the video that it didn't do any harm, or that it was, all I said was that it wasn't technically illegal. But that's not me saying that it was good by any means. Like, obviously what he did was disgusting. You can see me say as much here. I'll find it. In the video of him twerking. Like, I'm not fucking endorsing it all. Is it here? It's here, yeah.
And starts twerking on the statue.
Oh, Jesus
In front of the statue.
Christ, dude. That's so bad. I don't even know. So, like, obviously this isn't illegal, as bad as it is, but it is absolutely something that I imagine they use in court as, like, a showing or evidence that he's that he's foul, essentially. Like, I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with my reaction there, personally. So this is one of the criticism I'm getting, is that I didn't pay enough attention to the statues. The video was about Johnny Somali, and I didn't want to play the whole Rotten Mangoes video, but I get it if you think I was a bit too dismissive. Like, that's fine, I understand that. Look up on them, insanely disrespectful. If I was making a full video on Johnny Somali, I'm sure I would have spoken about the statues more, but I was just trying to talk, the whole point was talking about the arrest and the case. I just wanted to set a little bit of context up. And if that annoyed you, if my coverage annoyed you, you don't think I talked about it enough, that's like fine, that's fair enough, I guess. But I don't think it warrants a lot of the comments that I've been getting here. Yeah, here we go. I want to find the one that I actually... Please try to get the hell off Stephanie Sue. She's not the enemy here. Danky damn. And then this is a laugh. This is like a comedic comment now, so it's a bit of a joke. I understand this comment, you know, totally fine. I thought it was hella weird, especially when she actively helped so many people with her platform. I never even said that I disliked her, by the way. Like, I played this at the start of the stream. I said she's fine. All I said was that I'm not a super fan. But this is, like, fine. This isn't too bad, this comment thread here. It gets a lot worse the lower in the comments you go, unfortunately. Because there's some stuff that, like, I don't know, it really did get to me. Outside of this current video topic, I do usually appreciate your videos. Thanks, man. Sorry for calling you a liar as well. That was my fault. I should have seen that there was an apology. It's hard to find. It was hard to find. That's like, that's like in the echo chambers of Twitter that I found that Reddit post. I think it's been deleted now. But I should have found it, so my bad for that, mate. I'm gonna make a video on something I don't know anything about and be loud and wrong when you'll better not say anything about it. Danky 2026. I don't know, man. I don't know. I was talking about Johnny Somali. I was talking about his. I read an article and that was it, really. And then people were criticizing me for. I can't remember exactly. I definitely did get angry at people in chat. But I hope I've made it clear why it gets to me so much. It did feel a bit distasteful that you were claiming Stephanie was trying to drag out watch time. The whole point of Rotten Mangoes is in-depth, long-form content. Yeah, I mean, but it's not beyond the realm of possibility that she's trying to drag things out with watch time, and I didn't even criticize her for it. You know what? Let me actually get that clip up, where I said she's dragging it out. I can control F it. Give me a sec. I'll find it. Because I think again, it was, like, completely fair enough. But if you disagree with me, that's fine. If you disagree with me, that's fine. It's just the extent to some of these comments went to, which I'll show you in a second, are fucking mental. Watch time. All right, one sec, people. Here we go. Thank you for the member. Oh, fucking hell, five gifted. Thank you very much. Look at this.
and everything I did in Japan.
This is important context because I feel the scarf and umbrella show how important the statue is to Koreans. Yeah, it's important context, but it is undoubtedly being dragged a little bit for the sake of watch time, which is fine. Like, that is fine. Do your job. But, like, let's acknowledge that is what's happening here. Which, again, I'm not even criticizing her for that. Like, every YouTuber does that shit. God knows I do it.
Was for the Korean and Chinese people. Then
I don't know, is that really worth shitting on me completely for? Like, I even say that I myself do it. All I'm trying to do is justify why I'm not watching the entire 90-minute video. But if you're annoyed at me for that, fine. Fair enough, I guess. There's a lot more here. Dude, get a hold of yourself. This was so embarrassing in so many ways. I'm usually a consistent viewer, but this video is so gross, I seriously doubt I'll be back. Shitting on Stephanie for stuff 5 years ago instead of just, I don't know, talking about Johnny. Literally, more of this video was you bitching about Stephanie than about Johnny's crime. It's giving bitter and jealous. Stop bickering with chat. Literally bullying your fans for daring to have an opinion. Also, maybe try caring about Korea's comfort women. You so clearly don't give a shit and it's actually disgusting. Do better, weirdo. I don't know if you guys think just because I didn't bawl crying about the comfort women, I don't give a fuck about rape or comfort women. I understand the history. I understand the poignancy of it. I commented on how disgusting Johnny Somali's behavior is. I'm also allowed to talk about the video that I'm watching that was made by Stephanie Sue. If you have a problem with that, if you don't like the video, that's totally fine. But that type of vitriolic, over-exaggerated fucking anger, I feel as though is incredibly misplaced. People saying that I did nothing wrong, I probably could have addressed it better. But I also feel as though when you live stream, tiny mistakes can be forgiven a little bit more. Because it's not edited. And it's the heat of the moment type shit. So as long as you don't say anything fucking crazy outlandish, little tiny misspeakings or little mistakes, it makes more sense. I feel like because people are so used to seeing my like my edited long form commentary content, they treat the live streams with the exact same level of like credit, if that makes sense. Which I understand. But I am new to live streaming, which isn't an excuse. Like, if I say something fucking crazy, then fair enough. You can shit on me for it. But I just don't think this is crazy enough. I'm a fan, I'm also a human with a different opinion, that's okay. I truly sometimes we are passionate, that's the Scottish in me. Hey, big up Scotland, man. Is this from yesterday's live? Maybe the one before that? I don't know. Lives and edited videos are very different. I think it takes a valid. Okay, I appreciate the chat here. Although the chat was very nice last time, the comments sort of fucked it. This really ruined, this fully ruined my morning, by the way. Like, this fucking really fucked me up. This is it here. Hang on one sec. I want to find, there's some more that really got me. There we go, some replies there. Oh, here it is. His mask slipped. This is why the title of the stream is, by the way. His mask slipped and his misogyny is showing. I'm so disappointed. It was a very difficult watch. I didn't want to say it, but I felt that way too. Glad I'm not alone in feeling the misogynistic undertones here. For real, very cringe. Yes, I'm very disappointed. Glad to say I won't back. I'm unsubscribing. If you think I covered it badly, that's fucking whatever. But if you think that my mask is slipping and that everything I've ever spoken about for the last 5 fucking years on this channel wasn't genuine and that I'm secretly some right-wing stupid misogynist who fucking despises women, then go right ahead, I guess. Because I don't like Stephanie Sue very much. I don't like that she blatantly disrespected rape victims and didn't apologize properly for it. And then swept it all under the rug. And made millions doing so, by the way. I totally agree with you with the mukbang things. I'm also glad that she stopped doing that now and she has a formed team of investigators. What I don't agree with is that many people were angry at her about the coverage of P. Diddy's trial, when in fact I think she and the RM team did a good job reporting it. They were calling her racist. I don't think she was racist at all. I understand your position. I'm not a super fan. You experienced a crime. Okay, this is a very reasonable comment. This is a very reasonable comment. If you think, oh, hey, J-Sharp. If you think, if you liked her coverage of P. Diddy, that's totally fine. That was just more of a personal thing. Thought some of the like the little comments about like how she like compared him to like a little cute koala. I thought that was weird. I thought it was a little like, I don't know, a tiny bit self-aggrandizing, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. Like that much was fine. It was okay. It wasn't like blatantly disrespectful like the mukbangs were. No, not Jay Schlatt, Jay Shot. I feel like you're taking too much responsibility for this. But the thing is, I've got a lot of people who are very angry at me. So I feel like I must have done something. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I've done wrong here. My favorite part is chat saying how much they love the mango lady until Danky says he doesn't care for her and the chat changes their mind. Is this it here? Yeah, this is it. This is another thread. Glad to see others have the stream, Iffy. It was so uncomfortable. He was being daft on purpose. Reflect and listen. Disappointing. First video viewers that I've been disgusted in your attitude towards the subject matter and how you talk about women. What did I say wrong about women? What did I say wrong about women in this video? If I criticize Stephanie Sue for some shit that you thought was bad, fair enough. But I didn't say anything that demeaned women as a whole. I definitely didn't. What the fuck? That's insane. I think that's a crazy comment. If you can quote me something or tell me, like, what the fuck I said that was, like, horrible towards women, then I guess let me know, but... Look at your recent videos. My last video was a Clara Dow one. I got a lot of shit for the Clara Dow video as well, for my sex work opinions. You need to stop caring about comments. It's tough, though, because I love reading comments, but I do feel like I need to maybe reel it back a little bit. In terms of when it comes to, like, reading comments, I suppose. She does a lot of Korean content. One of my favorite parts of the whole video. I think Stephanie did a good job. Here we go. I'll make it here. Make a point here. I can't believe I'm getting shit when I didn't even say I hate her. Oh yeah, this is a weird one. Someone said that my, like, disagreement with the mukbang videos was unfounded and that it wasn't actually disrespectful. Hey, I'm sorry if I'm being rude or just plain stupid. How are they offensive and disrespectful? I don't watch mukbangs, but I'm not sure if they can be rude. I haven't seen any of them, but if she was moaning about how good the food was while talking about a case, I would fully understand. Okay, to be fair, this is just someone who doesn't know what the mukbangs was, because they exactly described what the mukbang videos were like and then said that they'd understand if that's what they were like. So I've not really got a problem with that as much, to be fair. He spent more time shitting on Stephanie than on that absolute cretin Johnny. This is confirmation bias, by the way. It's not true. I spoke way more about Johnny than Stephanie. His mask has slipped. He's showing his misogyny and hate for women. It only took his girlfriend breaking up with him for his real personality to shine. I don't know. I think that's just an incredibly rude thing to say. I think that's really rude. I think it's really rude. It's also, I don't know, this is something I've noticed as well. Everyone just sort of... Most people who acknowledge the breakup have immediately come to the baseless conclusion that I was the one who got broken up with. Not that it's relevant or any of your business, but I don't know why that's the immediate assumption that people who don't like me have come to. But whatever. You're a pretty insensitive dude. Is this a joke comment or a serious one? Bro skipped half the video. You can go watch the video. The video was about Johnny Somali's arrest. I know he's a piece of shit. I know it. And then this person says she apologized. I asked when she apologized. Someone says, is that really what matters most? And it's like, well, it is important. We didn't get a proper apology for it, in my opinion. If you think that her apology was fine, that's your opinion, I guess. But me personally, I just don't think it. I just don't think it. I mean, I don't accept it personally. But that's up to me, I guess, and that's fine. You can accept it. It doesn't matter. Even if you don't like the old videos, you can enjoy her new videos. I don't have a problem with that. But you are also. I don't know, I just don't think I deserve to be shat on because I'm not a fan of her videos. I think it's fucking crazy. I think it's crazy. There's more here, though. I'm trying to skip the ones that are in good faith, because there was one that really, that like, it drove me insane. There was one that like led me to make this stream here. Also, can I just say, this commenter, I think, has brought my personal life up so much. He's shitting on something she has done 5 years ago. She completely rubbed off the internet, and I'm sure she has apologized and done better with her videos. He doesn't have to like her content, but this whole video was fighting with people in her chat. Look, Logan Paul's Suicide Forest thing was bad, and it's still bad, just because he deleted it, and he actually did make a public apology. So he actually apologized publicly. But we still don't like the fact that he did it, and you can choose not to forgive him, and you can still dislike him for it, and no one will shit on you for that. Don't worry, this won't be a long stream. I appreciate you guys being worried about me, though. I don't think you should even apologize. Well, I'm not apologizing for my initial critique on Stephanie Sue. I'm apologizing for maybe some things that I might have said offhand, or banning a chatter for maybe I was a bit too sensitive, but I don't know, it's a very important topic to me. Okay. Oh, fuck, has it been deleted? Shit, man, there was one comment that, like, pissed me right off. Is it this one? Yes, this is the one. Geez, this video was a hard watch. Just coming off very angry and bitter. He spent more time shitting on Stephanie. Real personality to shine. Yeah, so the cute kitty cat one has copy-pasted this comment about me and my fucking girlfriend throughout the entire comment section. It only took his girlfriend breaking up with him for his real personality to shine. 22 likes, by the way. I wouldn't necessarily say he hates women, but the takes he's standing by in this video definitely have some misogynistic undertones. I don't even think that's true. I mean, I appreciate that they're being a little more gracious in their criticism towards me, but I don't even think that's true. I don't think there were any misogynistic undertones in that video at all. There we go. Finally, someone who fucking... What are you talking about? Danky wasn't being misogynistic for just saying this one woman did something cringe a while back. You're just fishing for a reason to hate him, to be honest. I didn't like the video, it was distasteful, reaching called misogynistic, yeah, I think it was clearly just in a bad mood, didn't know what the topic was, felt icky to watch, we should be able to say, oh, I didn't like that without jumping to, oh my god, this is a great comment. Fucking hell, Brush Bell, I don't know if you're in chat right now, but fuck me, I love you. This is so fucking reasonable of you. Shit, man, I'm so glad that reasonable people do exist. You're allowed to not like my video, find it a little bit icky, but then have the conclusion of, I didn't like that, let's move on, maybe the next video will be fine. It's Shepherd Boy, man. These aren't full- I upload like 3 videos a day. It's a little sloppier. Obviously, that doesn't excuse if I say something that is genuinely misogynistic, though, but whatever. This is it here. I get very angry here, to be fair. The constant getting offended at chat and lecturing them off is a total turn-off as a viewer, not to mention how he clearly doesn't give a fuck about the comfort women, definitely unsubbing from both channels. If you're someone who doesn't give a fuck about Stephanie Sue's old mukbang content, then don't act as though you care about victims of, like, these true crime situations. Just admit that you don't see them as real people. If you don't find what Stephanie Sue used to do absolutely fucking disgusting, then you do not view true crime people, or true crime victims, or true crime victims' families as real people. All you view them as is 2 hours of entertainment. And all Stephanie Sue viewed them as, at the time at least, was maybe a couple tens of $1,000s and 2 million views. That's all she saw them as. She didn't give a fuck about the true crime victims, about the rape victims or the murder victims. She didn't fucking care. Because if she cared, she wouldn't have been doing the mukbangs about them. She did not care. I think that's a stretch. I don't. I'm not saying she doesn't care now. She's done good work now. She gets people helped out now. I think it's good. I think what she's doing right now is good. But back then, she didn't give a fuck. Now, here is... Wait, is this it? Fuck, no, it's not. Is it her? Okay, give me a sec. There was one comment that went fucking crazy. It was the girlfriend. It was this fucking commenter who kept talking about my girlfriend and how the breakup revealed like my true intentions or whatever. But the response that, because they were getting like very much supported. I disagreed more with your Jacksepticeye video, but it's just an opinion. I'm not about to unsub over it. I mean, you can unsub if you want. I got a lot of shit for that Jacksepticeye. It's so funny because I got done for not being woke enough in this Stephanie Sue video, but then for being too woke immediately after, which is pretty funny, I think. Hard watch, angry better. Sorry, I'm taking a while, guys. I'm trying to find this comment. What was the Jacksepticeye take? But you know what it is? I don't even think my Jacksepticeye take was that harsh either. Because my conclusion was that, like, I thought bringing up the Amber Heard shit 5 years later was unwarranted and inappropriate. As much as I disagree, and I don't know, maybe it's something that he has hopefully changed. I was a lot more critical towards PewDiePie's coverage of it. Because Jacksepticeye was obviously just following a bandwagon, following the meme. Whereas PewDiePie was actually talking about how great of a person Johnny Depp was, if that makes sense. It's okay. If I can't find it, I did take a screenshot, but there was a whole comment thread. I can't sign in to Shepherd Boy. Let me see if it's over here. I'll see if I get it on my phone. Yeah, man, you were dismissive as fuck about the comfort women, and it was really icky. I don't think I was dismissive about the comfort women. I just don't think I was. Just because I didn't watch the entire section, sure, but I wasn't dismissive about them. I never said that, like, it wasn't horrific what they went through. I just didn't watch the entire section. If you think that's icky, fair enough, but some of the shit I'm seeing in this comment section is like a different level of just disrespect. Like, it's very rude for an opinion that I think is fairly well founded. On my phone, I'm trying to find if I go to responded, if I can find this. Sort by new. Okay, yeah, I found it. Oh, did my comment get blocked by YouTube, so I'm the only one that can see it? No, it hasn't, because it has likes on my phone. I gotta fucking find this shit, man. Was not censored around that. I don't necessarily see that as disrespectful. Well, I'm very glad that you guys are being nice, I guess. Why isn't he on Shepherd Boy? The live streams are on Dankijabo, but this will be uploaded on Shepherd Boy. It may be because your audience is growing, so they assume they can say anything and you won't see it. But a lot of them is very much directed towards me. You know? Like, a lot of it is very much like, very obviously intending for me to see it. But I don't even think that's an excuse, though. Like, talking about... Because if you're talking about someone, usually you do it in a place where they can't hear you. YouTube comments, even if you don't intend someone to see it, it's like you chatting shit about someone within earshot of them. Like, this is my comment section. If you comment on it, there is a reasonable expectation that I see the comment. I found it. Yeah, where's Kitty? Yeah, here we go. Cute Kitty Cat 1. Spent more time shitting on Stephanie Sue. It was this bit here about it only took his girlfriend breaking up with him for his real personality to shine. The mask has slipped, and he's showing his misogyny and hate for women. I commented, maybe this was out of pocket of me, but I commented, you're fucking insane, dude. Which I feel like is the most... I don't know, maybe that was too much. But I feel as though that's a reasonable response. Alright, what's going on here? Everyone in the chat is saying that I need to get a mod. Are people going mental in the chat about something? So I say, you're fucking insane. Brushbell. Oh, this god, Brushbell. They were so reasonable before. So, I haven't actually read this comment. This person's nuts. I do think this topic turned out to be more serious and sensitive than you probably thought. I get why you pivoted from a streamer format for getting a lot of comment. This one probably needed a bit more serious and research format. Yeah, fair enough. I wasn't aware that the comfort woman thing would come into... I didn't realize that was a part of the story until I started looking at it. But, like... I'm not going to know every single thing about every single thing that I cover on stream. The whole point of the Dan Kushbo videos is that I'm covering content that I have looked at and researched, whereas the live stream content is a bunch of topics that aren't big enough for the main channel that I sort of delve into and try to learn about along with you. If that makes sense. I can make is Poop Fart here. I'll make Poop Fart a mod. I'll make Charlotte a mod as well. You guys can be mods. I'll tell you what, if Brushbell is here, Brushbell can be a fucking mod. Because they are so... just lovingly reasonable. Poop Fart. Alright, there you go. I'll make you mod. Add as moderator. There you go, mate. I'm gonna log into... Shepherd Boy because I was getting comment because I called them fucking insane, and some of the responses to that comment were pretty unhinged as well. But I think YouTube might have auto deleted them. I promise you, I didn't delete them because I planned on talking about them here.
My normal one.
No, that's Tyler Catastrophe. My bad. Johnny Somali situation. Okay. I gotta find this fucking comment. Because it drove me crazy. Here it is. I think. Oh no, they must have deleted it themselves, maybe. Oh well. Okay, well that's pretty much it, I think.